Let's move on to Boeing. It's under scrutiny again as the FAA head faces a grilling from lawmakers on the 737 MAX. Now, when questioned on safety, acting FAA Chief Daniel Elwell personally promised the planes will not fly in the U.S. without the proper checks. Watch this.
We will not allow the 737 MAX to fly in the U.S. until it is absolutely safe to do so, and we will use every tool, every data gathering capability we have to ensure that's the case. You have that as a personal commitment and as a commitment of 45,000 passionate aviation professionals in the FAA.
Yahoo Finance's Ines Ferre is here. And Ines, I mean, just going off of what the FAA acting head had to say, there any indication as to when we'll see these planes back in the air? Because we know that this is a huge headwind for Boeing over the next couple of quarters.
Huge, Shauna. And Dan Elwell there also said today that they're expecting Boeing to submit a software fix in about a week or so. Now, after that's submitted, that will go through scrutiny. It will go through tests, a lot of also flight tests. They will look through all the training that the pilots will have to do, evaluate that, and go through safety analysis. And as you just heard Elwell saying, the FAA is really committed to making sure that this is right. He also said that the world is watching, that Boeing has to get this right, and not just for the safety of everyone, but also just for their own confidence, for the confidence of flyers. Now, Southwest CEO was recently asked about this at their shareholder meeting. He said he doesn't know when these airplanes will resume flying, but he's hopeful that it will be this summer. We just, though, earlier this week saw a Wall Street Journal report saying that it could be mid to late August before you see these planes back in the air. So that's well after the summer flying season.
And as one thing that we've been looking at this audio review of the tense exchange between American Airlines pilots and also Boeing. And what it comes down to is that these pilots were pushing for a review of the 737 MAX back in the fall. I mean, if this is all true, if it was put in the right context, what do you think the potential implications are of this?
It certainly doesn't bode well for Boeing. And in those audios, you heard also that the Boeing VP, Mike Sinnett, was saying, he was basically insisting that the Lion Air crash was really one of a kind, also saying that he didn't know that any understanding of the system of the MCAS would have really changed the outcome for that. Now, also, Boeing was working on a fix. They didn't want to rush through any fix. They were working on a fix when that second deadly crash happened. But certainly this doesn't bode well, and you really get you get that sensation that the pilots were sounding off the alarm well before that second crash happened.
And still also begs the question why we haven't heard from any of Boeing executives down on Capitol Hill. CEO Dennis Muilenburg or other Boeing executives still have not made an appearance. So we'll see if that happens over the next coming weeks or months. All right, Ines, we'll check in with you in a little bit.